Good day all, welcome to Obed Farm. Well, first and foremost, Happy New Year. And this is an update for the month of January. Can't say month of January, but an overview of what 2024 was. To me, 2024, I don't want to lie to you, was a horrid year for me. I do not want to even say that I achieved a lot. I didn't achieve a lot. I tried a lot of my projects, I can't say I tried, but a lot of projects were downsized. The first one which I actually had to downsize was my piggery. That was the first project that went from being very fruitful to being one that is only left now with only 2 pigs. Reasons why it ended up only with 2 pigs was the cost of feed. The cost of feed went up and shot up so badly that I could not afford anymore. I can't say I could not afford, but it became so expensive for you to feed the pigs. And why I say that it became so expensive to feed the pigs is because a bucket which was about $3 jumped all the way to about $5-6 per bag, per bucket of maize brand, which we were getting at $3, went all the way to 5. Some places it has gone up to 7. So that was the first determining factor of the closure of the pigs, because that became so expensive. Did the price of pork go up? No, it never really went up. It's almost hovered roughly about the same price. You'll be selling it at about $4 per kg. In the butchers, you get it about $5.50 onwards. But that became a first detrimental point for me. So the first thing I did, I started selling off the weaners. The weaners were easy to sell. Then I'm left with 1 sow and 1 bull. That is the only thing that I'm left with. Am I serving? Is it? No, I'm not. Reasons being is that I am not in the position. Yes, it is eating a little bit of my money, but I am sure that I can actually live with the amount of feed that those 2 are eating on a daily basis, until I believe that either I remove it totally, or I will then probably restart it again in 2025. But for now, that is one side of the project which I can say is on hold, and it is truly utterly on hold for that. Then the second project that we have is obviously the cows. And the cows have been doing well for me. We have not been hit by any diseases. In fact, last year, yes, we were hit. Two cows died due to illnesses, but so far getting into this year, normally January disease is what normally kills them, but right now we have been in a position whereby we have had no challenges with the cows at all. The herd is actually increasing. As of today, we have now got an increase of another 2 more, which got born in December. So which 2 cows of ours gave birth in the month of December. So in the month of December, we've added 2 more cows to our herd. So it was 1 male and 1 female cows that were born in the month of December, as you can see inside the video. So those were the 2 cows that we have added to our group of cows that we do have on the farm. So that project, what is happening? That project, it's not being touched. It is going to stay on the farm. We are going to keep doing cows. We are just going to keep on, as we're just going to grow it slowly. We are not going to be adding, we're not going to be purchasing more cows from other places. We're just going to grow the herd as it is and keep on seeing what best we can do with those cows. Now, the next one is the goats. The goats is a project that I believe that right now I am in a position to actually terminate. I believe that it is best that I terminate my goats. And it's not that they do not make for me a profit. They do make for me a profit. But I'm just wanting to focus a bit more on what I believe we should be doing. There's someone who said to me, you shouldn't terminate it. Yes, I'm also scratching my head, as you can see, scratching my head, that do I really terminate the goats or do I just keep the goats? At present moment, we do still have the goats. Altogether, there are about 6 left. So either we keep them for the farm and then we will eat them as we go along, or if I then decide that everything I am happy in the future, probably in the later part of the year, that is when I will grow back my herd to probably about 20 to 30 as I had originally planned when I started 2024. 2024 was just off the rails. Money was very scarce. My projects were not doing that well, and I just could not get enough revenue from everything. So the goats went on a difficulty going through and into actually growing the business. So was one of my challenges with the goats. Then we start off with the broilers. The broiler business has been something that I do not think I will be stopping. I will continuously do my small little batches of chickens until every year, until we get to where we need to do. So the broiler business, I don't think I will be stopping it. It will just be, I am not increasing in size for the time being, because I do not believe I've got the market for it to grow the sizes to becoming a bigger number of chickens. So therefore, I do not think we're growing the broiler size. The broilers will remain as they are, doing every batch and trying just to make sure that every batch we do, we pass it out as we keep on going along. Then we have got the layers that we have, the C4s. The C4s, there is actually quite thing. We have actually got rid of all of the C4 birds. We are now in the position of focusing on a new batch of C4s, a batch of cuckoo birds, and we're just wanting that business is not really supposed to grow. We're just messing around with it a little bit because we have started afresh. So the laying hens, we've started off with a very few. I can't even say they're laying. They're still probably about 2 months, between 2 to 3 months that we have. So that is just a process for it to get unto where we want to go. So it's a long-term process. So we are not really saying that we are focused on that business, mainly because we are not going to be wanting to do eggs for sale like we were doing before, but mostly probably we are going to be looking at mobilely hatching them, and where we're going to be hatching and selling as day-old chicks. That is the goal for the end of 2025. Will I achieve it? That is something to be seen, but for 2025 I want to start my own hatchery of these birds. I can't say the C4s, but for me, when it comes to the hatching, those ones will just be hatched and then we'll be selling them as day-old chicks. But it's not something that I'm wanting to grow very fast. There's also what is known as a learning curve, and that is the position that I want to take. I want to learn how to do the hatching and how to do hatchery, and I will not obviously start with a massive incubator. I will start off with something small, and with time also then increase the number of hatchery services that I want to do. That is mainly for those C4s and broilers and although we can consider them as roadrunners. That is what I will be doing with that. Then the next batch that we're talking about is the heritage chicken. Well, for the heritage chicken, that is really the business that I'm trying to start. At the present moment, I've had 2 steps back, as I've going to show in the videos. We have had a lot of deaths. In the first batch, which we had of 12, we only left with 2. The second batch was affected, so the second batch was affected by 4 of them have also died. So from 12 again, we are now down to 7. So this is a learning curve. The disease that hit us, the Newcastle, it hit us out of nowhere. We did not expect it. Seriously speaking, we did not expect Newcastle to hit us, but it did hit us. So we're just going to be looking at that and seeing how best we can come up with a better alternative of how to take care of the birds and how we can grow them and this is also a learning. So we have got now, we're on batch number 3, and within the next week or so we'll have the next batch number 4 of these chickens, and then I think there'll be 2 more batches, and then we will get to the number that we want. We'll have the total number of chickens that we want, and then those will be the ones that we'll focus on, and we'll be looking at making sure that we grow those ones until we also get into the laying stage. So by around July, August, we should start having our first eggs, and those eggs are the ones which will be selling, will be incubating from our own side as we learn how to do incubating, and then we will then grow from there. So that is mainly, those are the projects that we do want to do. Is there anything else that we are planning? Yes, we have also got the rabbits. The rabbits is the other project that we do have. As you can see, that project is on full force. At the present moment, we are already on 20 rabbits, and I'm just left with looking for 2 more lines of rabbits. Once I get those 2 more lines, then I'm happy with my total. I just want to get to at least 12 breeders. That is what I want to really get up to. Then after the 12 breeders, the rest of the rabbits is what we are going to. I've already been asked by people to already sell them. I can't sell you. They've not yet given bunnies, so I'm not yet ready to go into starting to sell. So it's not yet on the market. We are just right now just focusing on making sure that we do what we can to make sure that we can grow the rabbit numbers. As we have seen, we have got the New Zealand white, we have got the Dutch, we have got the New Zealand black. Those are the breeds that we want to do. So I'm now looking for the California and the Palomino. Then I think I would have finished the breeding numbers that I want. So that is a project that I am really going to be focused in. I am going to be focusing into rabbits. Why am I focusing into rabbits? I actually enjoy eating rabbit meat, and not only is it rabbit meat, I actually believe it's very healthy. It is not even believe, it is a healthier meat than most other meats, and very low in cholesterol. So these are the things that I actually prefer about eating rabbit meat. So people do not know that there is a lot of benefits from rabbit meat, and at the same time, it actually, if a person knows how to cook it, it actually tastes like chicken. It is different, just the same taste as chicken. I actually believe it's got the same taste, but the meat is much more flavorable than our normal hardy rabbits. So that is something that your person needs to understand and needs to look at and needs to evaluate, that is this the best thing to do? But for me, the rabbit project is something that I am really happy that I am working on. Well, on the agricultural side, as I said, I'm not really looking forward to anything. I'm not expecting anything to be achieved really on that side. I've got absolutely no real much faith in that we're going to do much on the agricultural side. We'll see if at the end of the year we want to do any planting for next year. But these are the things that we are doing on the farm. These are the projects. So we have reduced the number of projects that we want to do, and we will be looking at them as we go along. But you will be along for the journey for 2025, because the journey for 2025 is going to be exciting. We are hoping that everything changes, be it the economic situation, be it just the way we do things. We're just hoping for the best. We have struggled, or I can say, as for me as a farmer, 2025 was not easy. It was the most challenging time for me, and 2024 was very challenging, and I really got to feel that I have not been concentrating on this farm. So that is a major thing. Then I just hope that we can and we can get out of this slump, and we can improve for this year, coming the year, and get the best we can. Well, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing. Until next time, well, have a good year, and we will see you in the year of 2025 as we go along this journey. Have a good day.